Today we are going to do a meditation. And before we do that, I'm going to give you a little bit of an intro on how to meditate or sit quietly, because not everybody likes the M word, and I've been uncomfortable with the M word too when I've been teaching meditation. So my goal here today is to use that word a little more freely and to get all of us a little more comfortable with the idea of sitting quietly, even if it's just for a few minutes to ourselves. So I want to introduce you to the 21-day tea ritual challenge, which is coming up September 1st, which is why the new setting behind me. This is another spot in my house. It's like another area where I can find a little bit of quiet time, a little bit of peace. And I set this up special for today. I might change it up in the future, but I wanted to show you how easy it was just to kind of rearrange things in your home so you can find a little corner to sit quietly. All right, so here I have a little corner of my room, and I've set up a little table that I have, and I have my little flowers, something that's meaningful to me, something that is beautiful to me, and it's inspiring, something that calms me, relaxes me, especially after you've had a really long day and you've been running around and checking things off your to-do list and trying not to snap at people, because you're so busy and you want to get so much done. And when we do that, when we neglect to care for ourselves, when we neglect to take time for ourselves, we do tend to snap a little more easily and feel like we've accomplished less. So I wanted to take this opportunity tonight to do just a 5-minute meditation. And I want to give you a couple tips, a couple pointers I've learned over the years. Now, first off, I have not been a consistent meditator. It is difficult to square away that time to sit quietly by yourself, as you probably know if you've ever had any interest in this. And when I was a kid, I was told that meditating was great, like my parents told me about it, but I didn't really see it. I didn't have anyone to model it for me regularly, and when you don't have that as part of your life regularly, then it's really difficult to learn to incorporate it. And another reason why I have not incorporated it into my life fully is because early on, I think I felt that the goal of meditation was to shut my brain down. And it wasn't going to happen. It simply wasn't, because, who's going to shut down this crazy brain, right? And you've probably experienced that. You've probably sat quietly and you've had your to-do list going on and on in your brain, thinking about grocery shopping, what you have to do when you get up, and rather than using that time when you wake up to quietly sit with yourself, or that time right before you go to bed to quietly sit with yourself, you might find yourself running through those lists. So this is a way to start to quiet your mind. And there's all kinds of studies that say it's wonderful. You've probably heard of some of them. And it helps you quiet your brain. It helps you think more clearly. It helps give you that pause, that reflection before you react. So if you hear something, you take something in and it angers you, you can actually recognize that it angers you before you react, and you can make a conscious decision on how you want to behave. Those are some reasons why I do want to continue and create a regular meditation practice. And the 21-day tea ritual challenge that's coming up on September 1st is a way to slowly start to incorporate those habits of sitting quietly. You don't have to call it meditation. It could just be sitting quietly with yourself. So there's a link in the post that will take you to the 21-day tea ritual challenge so you can learn some more about it. You'll get daily emails with some inspiration and some tea tips, so you can, be reminded to take that time for yourself, which is so important. What I have here is a little bit of tea, so hopefully you've grabbed a cup of tea, one of your favorites. This one happens to be my Francesca, which is a chamomile, because I need to sleep really well tonight. And you can use your tea to gently bring you into a meditation. there are things that you can do, and I'll talk to you about them before we get started, to make meditation a little bit easier for you if you're not a hardcore meditator or you're just curious about it and you want to learn. One of the things you can do is grab your cup, and you can feel the warmth of the cup in your hands, and when you smell your cup of tea, you'll have that aroma, and you can start to describe it or just enjoy it. When you sip your tea, you'll be able to picture flavors, capture flavors, and describe those to yourself. There's all those little things that continually bring you to the present moment. One of the things that we talked about, which is some of us, including myself, at one point believed I have to shut down my mind in order for me to be successful at this. Well, you don't need to do that to be successful at meditating. In fact, that's the opposite of what you want to do, because when you're trying to force down those thoughts, when you're trying to pull yourself away from those thoughts, you're creating more anxiety in yourself. And rather than do that, when you have thoughts, when you're sitting quietly to yourself and you're having thoughts come to you, then you are going to want to just say, hey, notice them, acknowledge that you're having them, and then let them kind of float away. Because the point of meditating isn't to stop your mind, it's to notice that your mind is working, that your brain is having thoughts, because we are not our thoughts. There's a detachment between us watching our thoughts and our actual thoughts. So we just kind of like watch them float on by, kind of like a cloud. When I start out meditating, I just sit quietly and I breathe, and I'll walk you through that. And at first, you don't want to like moderate your breath. You just want to let it go naturally and just see where you're at. All right? So once you've created that space where you can sit, once you've created that time, whether it's in the morning or in the evening, whatever works best for you, and once you've created that intention to do this, then it becomes a lot easier. And the Tea Ritual Challenge that I talked about, that will help you get started as well. So let's go ahead and sit up really tall in our seats. And if you have a cup of tea, you can grab your tea. If you want to just sit tall and lay your hands somewhere comfortably in your lap, that's a great place to be as well. I like to sit up on a cushion, like I'm on a cushion right now, and I have my legs out and I'm just seated up, so I have my hips above my knees. That's comfortable for me. If you want to have your legs out or you want to sit in a chair, those are also really great ways to do it, as long as you're comfortable. That's the most important thing, is that you're comfortable and relaxed. If you're fidgety, that's okay. Just recognize that you're fidgety and slowly start to become still. So take a deep breath in, hold it at the top, open your mouth and let it go, and close your eyes. Start to notice your breath and breathe in and out. And take 10 deep breaths in and out, counting as you breathe in, and then let it go. And after you've taken your 10th breath, start to notice how your body feels. Start from your feet and your legs. Feel grounded into the earth. Feel each part of the ground that's touching you. And slowly bring your thoughts up to your hips. And then up to your shoulders. And relax your shoulders and your arms. And feel your hands completely relax in your lap. And bring your attention to your jaw. Is it relaxed? Is it tight? And then bring your attention to the center of your brow. Can you relax it? And keep breathing. When your thoughts start to drift away, thinking about whatever it is you have to do after you watch or do this, start to bring your thoughts back to your breath, in and out. Feel your breath come into your nose and feel the air as it comes out of your nose and over your lip. Breathe. And if you have a cup of tea in your hand, slowly bring that cup up to your mouth and start to take in the aroma and take a sip and feel the flavors swirling in your mouth. Feel the warmth of the cup in your hand. And then return your thoughts to your breath, in and out. And take a deep breath in and hold it at the top. Open your mouth and let the breath go. Feeling your whole body release. And slowly open your eyes. Bring your hands to heart center. Namaste. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. I hope you're a little more relaxed tonight. And I don't want you to forget to join the 21-day tea ritual challenge, which is happening on September 1st. I've created a link and I've placed it in this post. You're also going to see more of it on social media. I'm going to be posting some meditations as we get closer. So that way it will kind of get you going, kind of get you in the mood. And if you want to learn more about meditation, I have a couple links at the blog. Get Curious is the great one to start with. And I will also be posting some more information. But if you join the Tea Ritual Challenge, it's absolutely free. go ahead and click on the link in the post, and what's going to happen is when you start getting the emails, the daily emails, you're also going to get links on how to create your tea ritual. So thank you so much for joining me. If you do me a favor, hit like when you watch this video, and I will see you soon. Thanks so much.